back to Florida tonight because the Brotherhood of the 405 would have kicked their ass tonight, tomorrow night, any place, anytime.
Street Outlaws has given us some pretty nerve-wracking races where the thrill and entertainment was beyond boards. However, just when we thought that this show can't go wrong, things started to go south and suddenly Big Chief wasn't on the screen anymore. Big Chief has been the most prominent star in the show and he knew how to get all the spotlight. He made a lot of waves, from feuding with people on the set to being dominant over everyone else. But suddenly, Big Chief disappeared from the scene and we couldn't even see him in the Street Outlaws spinoff either. It made everyone very curious as to why he left, and will Big Chief be returning to Street Outlaws in 2023? Let's find out.
Thankfully, there was trained people there to take care of me and make sure that I'm okay. Who knows what would have happened if I'd have been on the service road where I normally street race.
Justin Shearer, aka Big Chief, has always been the center of attention on Street Outlaws, mainly because of how big of an expert he was at racing. He has actually brought a huge change in the world of car modification for racing and has made it more accessible for a lot of people. But making a name for himself wasn't a cakewalk, as he has been doing the modification since 1972, and it was only in 2013 when he was actually recognized and got cast in a mainstream TV show. As soon as Big Chief debuted on the show Street Outlaws, he became an instant hit and started working on some of the most impossible projects. He's been the constant character on Street Outlaws for 15 seasons, and people are so used to seeing him on the screen that when he wasn't present in the 4th season of No Prep Kings, a spin-off of Street Outlaws, everyone noticed.
But I'm also kind of nervous because Kai is fast, really fast. He's due, you know what I mean? He's due.
You're due.
And if this wasn't enough, Big Chief was absent from the 5th season too, and by this time, everyone started getting worried if something was wrong with him or if he had left the show. He soon posted something about getting ready for a show, and everyone immediately thought that he was coming back to Street Outlaws, but that didn't happen. The ratings of Street Outlaws were obviously affected by Big Chief's absence, and it started feeling like something was missing from the show. People started urging Big Chief to come back because he had such a glorified journey with Street Outlaws and he shouldn't just throw it all away for whatever reason. People are also curious to know if Big Chief left the show by choice or he was fired, and both of these options seem so unlikely because of Big Chief's history with the show. But there is a little something that went down behind the scenes, and that could actually be the reason why Big Chief isn't appearing on Street Outlaws anymore. Both Street Outlaws and No Prep Kings are insanely popular shows, and Big Chief has to get some credit for it. And just when these shows were on their peak, Big Chief suddenly disappeared and left everyone confused. The main thing was that there was no announcement from the network about Big Chief going off air. They didn't talk about it at all, and it fell out of the blue to the fans. Even Chief himself never revealed the reason for him leaving the show, so it gave rise to a lot of rumors. The rumors that got the most attention was of Big Chief feuding with the producers of Street Outlaws. It was being said that Chief had some creative insights for the upcoming seasons of the show, and he didn't want things to be repetitive, but the creators didn't really pay attention to what he had to say, and they were hell-bent on working the way they wanted, so Chief decided to let it go and quit the show because it just wasn't worth it anymore. But this is an alleged account, and reports are even going as far as to say that some people made it really hard for Chief to be on the set and the show was affecting his mental peace, which is why he decided to go his separate ways and left Street Outlaws on a good note. However, his fans are still looking for some closure and are waiting for him to actually address what really went down behind the scenes.
Call us back out. We come back here. We turn the car around. We call Ryan out. There's still a chance we leave here tonight #1. I belong in the #1 spot. I need to be racing for the #1 spot.
A rumor that got a lot of attention was about Big Chief and Precious Cooper's feud. The two weren't the best of buds during the show, and at times didn't get along well either. So it makes sense why people might think that Cooper and Chief had a feud. The report further says that their arguments allegedly got worse to a point where one of them had to let go. Big Chief decided to be the bigger man and reportedly moved on because he knew that he has so many opportunities that he's missing out on by being on Street Outlaws. So it seemed like a good idea to let loose for a while. And just when we thought that we'll never know why Big Chief left Street Outlaws, he decided to clear the air because all the rumors were getting a little out of hand. He uploaded a really long video on his YouTube channel and started off by talking about how he's not taking a sabbatical from racing and he still very much loves the sound of raging cars on the track. He said that people even went as far as claiming that Big Chief was broke and that's why he couldn't race anymore, but that's far from the truth. He revealed that the issues weren't personal at all and he didn't have a beef with any of the members on set. The only thing that made him leave the show was knowing that the producers wanted to take the show on a different route while Big Chief wanted things a certain way.
What do you got?
Big Chief by 4 cars.
Big Chief by 4.
He said that the creators were making some pretty tough decisions that he believes weren't in the show's best interest, and he couldn't just be a part of something even if it goes against his principles. Big Chief said that he has helped build Street Outlaws from scratch, and the organic nature of the show is what made it so big. But now, the production chief wanted to make some major changes. Big Chief realized that if he didn't back out now, he would have to live with guilt and stay on the show for another season. So, he decided to leave and stop defending the producers. Big Chief left the Street Outlaws because of his morals, and after listening to his reasons, everyone was pretty sure that he wouldn't consider returning because the show was so different now than the OG Street Outlaws that we all saw and loved. He even talked about it during a show and said that he would only consider returning to Street Outlaws if he's being called for the 405 show, which is the OG show and the show that they built from the ground. Chief went on to say that if they decide to bring back the game show with the same format, then he'll be more than happy to feature in the show. But if they're trying to change that show too, then he would definitely not come back.
In street racing, he lost. We're not on our street. These aren't our rules. That's not me banging the flashlight. And Bodie told us exactly how they were going to flag it, what the rules were, and that was a race.
So, some reports might say that Big Chief is coming back to the show, but it actually seems very unlikely that he'll return to the new season. But right now, his extracurriculars are keeping him very occupied. And while talking about extracurriculars, Big Chief has actually been doing pretty good since he's left Street Outlaws. Now, he's focused all his energy on Midwest Street Cars, which is the company he started. He also makes very interesting videos on YouTube where he talks about cars, company, and what's been going on. He believes that he's taking some time off for himself, and these are just the things that he's doing to feel more like himself. He's also reportedly going to be a part of America's List, so he might be shooting for his massive show too. So, amid so much that's going on with Big Chief, there's little to no chance that he's gonna return to Street Outlaws, especially when his girlfriend also has had some major feuds with so many people on the set. He's most likely to just do racing and reality shows full time and give some time to his business too. That's gonna be more than enough for him, and if Street Outlaws continue to distance itself from its roots, Big Chief and Jackie, his partner, might never return to the show.